Hello and welcome to this new Let's Play of the Silent Kingdom. This is a rare Otome game RPG made in RPG Maker, and it's currently in early access with the first chapter being out and the second one being worked on. So yeah, let's see what it's actually about, yeah? Yes, I will do my best. Alrighty. Hearken unto me, thou who gazed upon the world with brazen pride, and as a mere mortal deemed thyself higher than the divine weaving. From thy gasp I shall wrest the sun and moons, no longer shall the stars shine for thee. But the twilight of a kingdom is tender and serene, akin to the sweetest demise. For such is the benevolence and the depths of mine affection. That did not sound good. Princess! Princess! You sure have a certain type of sleeping attire. But yeah, Erinus sounds just fine to me.
Princess, wake up! By the goddess' grace, your kingdom has awakened, and so must you.
Everything starts with Denise's voice. Dawn descends upon the kingdom, and I wake up in my bedroom, a little disoriented. Let's wake up.
Good morning, Princess Erinus. You're looking well. Surely you must be aware today is a very special day.
Special day?
Of course, today is your 13th birthday. Had you forgotten?
13? You are a baby. Did I not turn 13 quite a few years ago? Look at me, I don't think I'm...
What nonsense are you uttering now? No more dawdling. Pick out one of your best dresses. Your Majesty awaits.
Yeah, she doesn't look 13 to me either.
Oh, but you always do say you prefer getting dressed on your own. But if you need any help...
No, I'm fine.
Very well. In that case, I should take my leave and help with the preparations for tonight's banquet. It's not every day that a princess has a birthday. Oh, and don't forget to pay your father a visit when you're ready.
I will. Yeah, peace at last. Denise has tended to me for as long as I can remember. I hold her in very high regard, but sometimes she can be a bit tiresome. A banquet, huh? The idea somehow sounds rather odd to me. Alrighty, arrow keys. Yes, the typical RPG maker. Oh, that's a cute run. I really like the way the maps look too. Ah, yes, the newer RPG Maker versions. In the past, you never would have thought this type of thing possible. Obtain chest key. Okay. I keep some jewelry here. What is in here? This again. All my dresses seem too small for me. I must tell Denise. Why does it keep slipping my mind? For now, I'll leave like this. There's nothing inside this closet that I could possibly wear. Girl? Okay, I mean, if you want to run around looking like this, then feel free, I suppose. You're a princess. You can do whatever you want. My 13th birthday? That makes no sense. I stopped being a child long ago. Although I cannot seem to remember when. Did you maybe turn... Is this one of those stories where you turn back time, but this time it's a bit too... it's a bit too... she can't remember clearly? Sometimes you'll find spots you can interact with. Some of them might unlock new scenes, so pay attention. And the sprite is so cute drinking tea. That looks like a place you could potentially climb. From here I can see most of the gardens. Beyond them there's barely anything to behold, save for the mountains in the distance. I was told that the kingdom is vastly different beyond the Citadel's walls. Oh, I can see little Chrono with his wooden sword, training bright and early in the morning. Ah, really pretty game. So I suppose we'll just run around like this. Who cares? Oh, good morning, princess. Do you know where my father is? His Majesty is currently convening with his generals in the war room. I'm afraid he won't allow any interruptions until the meeting is over. Why don't you take a walk around the gardens in the meantime? It's such a beautiful way. I mean, I would prefer some new clothes, but... Sure, thank you, I shall do that. Have a nice morning. With your permission, I shall return to my duties. I suppose I could go to the gardens to train with Chrono. You can dash with shift. Yup. It's such a cute walk. Alright, is there anything here? No, just a window. The music is quite pretty too.
Happy birthday, princess. There's lots to prepare for tonight's banquet.
Oh, tab to access the dialogue. Tab. Question is just... Which is my tab, but whatever. Hi. Ah, you're not interactable? What's up here? These weapons are for soldiers only. It's forbidden for anyone else to use them inside the castle. Amazing that they're just laying around here in the open though. You use chest key. Obtained potion. Alrighty. I will probably need that. I see nothing of interest here. Alrighty. We have obtained potion. Let's go down. Oh, that's a nice picture. Although now extinct, dragons are still a symbol of a kingdom, Chrystaria. It is said that the first king took to the skies on the back of one. Oi. So much to explore. Hi, Knight, Mr. Guard.
His Majesty's in a meeting. I'm afraid you can't let anyone in.
Alrighty. Oh, cutscene.
Why is His Majesty convening with his generals on a day of celebrations? Do you think the situation with the terrorists has worsened?
Shh! Just thinking about it frightens me. I've heard stories about terrorists that would rob you of your sleep for weeks. Alrighty, probably some political tensions. Alrighty, you do not want to talk to me. The goddess is always watching of us. I see. Very pretty statues. Oi. So much to look at. Hi, can I? No, I do not. I cannot go through. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Hello? I've always wondered why we are known as the Fire Kingdom. I can't decide if it's due to the region's volcano or due to our famous forges. What do you think? Choices in blue text offer extra dialogue and information and do not advance the main conversation. I mean, might as well. Have you considered the dragons? I'd rather not think about them. If there were up to dragons, we wouldn't exist. Perhaps it's both. Oh, that's an interesting perspective. So why is it only 13? I don't think I'm 13. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Oi, 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 oi. That's a big haul. Very interesting painting too. Oi, 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 oi. The maids do not want to talk to me, but a cat does.
Meow. I'm human. Give me a chicken.
You've conversed with 1 of 13 cats. Alrighty, of course they're tracking that. Well, I suppose this will be where the banquet will be held. What is below? Ah, the kitchen, of course.
How stressful. This kind of celebration is always so unrewarding. It just gives us lots of extra work.
Despite extra work, I'm excited. Think of all the radiant nobles we'll see tonight. They dress us to music.
You're dreaming a bit too much. None of that has anything to do with us.
You're such a grouch.
And you're this. Oh, Princess! We didn't expect you here.
Princess, we're preparing the banquet held in your honor tonight. I appreciate your hard work. And I hope that you enjoy the celebrations as well tonight. You deserve it. I say this, yet truthfully I have a feeling that they will not be attending the banquet. Princess, thank you. We shall do our best. Do you think I'll catch the eye of any noble tonight? Hee. Try your best, I suppose. Ui, 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 that is one hell of a cake. Apples, they're my favorite. And a massive cake. This looks delicious. Fish, I guess someone will like it. I see you are not a fish fan. Sorry, I do not want to get in your way too much. Alrighty. What's here? The library. Or study.
By the goddess, Argus, what are you doing placing scientific literature in the fiction section?
Oh, I'm sorry, Professor. I wasn't paying due attention.
You've had your head in the clouds for the whole morning. What haunts you?
Professor, You saw her too, didn't you? The beautiful woman who walked alongside His Majesty?
Oh, for the goddess's sake. I should have known that the woman was the source of your distraction.
Very interesting that he's called Solomon, though. And he has a sprite, he has a face, which means he's more important. This is no ordinary woman. Her smile was so enigmatic when she glanced at me. Who might she be?
That I could dedicate my whole life to studying every corner of this land, and yet I would remain ignorant of the matters concerning His Majesty and his mysterious guests. However, upon seeing the mess that she has turned you into, I might as well conclude she's a witch. No, finish arranging those books. Best to not think about people who belong to different worlds.
I see. Sorry about my guy.
Oh, Princess Aranis, have you by any chance seen my history book? I don't know where I might have left it.
I see a book on the ground.
It looks like a philosophy book.
Alrighty, so it's probably not that.
Good morning, Princess. Even if it's your birthday today, your lesson shall start at the same hour as always. Be ready.
Yes, Professor.
I heard you speak of that woman earlier.
It seems your father's rather mysterious guest is arousing great interest and curiosity.
What do you think about her?
Certainly, I cannot deny that the mystery surrounding her is unsettling. No one knows who she is or where she came from. However, I will also say that I trust His Majesty's judgment, so it's not a matter of concern to me.
Could it be that that the guest is someone who was isekai'd?
I see. Are you concerned?
I would try to make my own judgment first. So, I don't know.
In that case, let me remind you of something. You are the legitimate heir to the throne, and by the circumstances of your birth, this is an irrevocable fact.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Then you would do well to trust the king's judgment too. Now enjoy the morning until lesson time.
I wonder if Professor Solomon is writing a new book. There is a map of Harmonia on the table. Probably the continent, eh? So many scrolls. And I can interact with this. And something is glowing here. Read the fable of the White Rose King. Long, long ago there was nothing left but a kingdom on the brink of oblivion. Nobles and commoners united in a desperate attempt to start over. They would elect a new king who had to keep them safe while the known world fell apart. The nobles who wished to preserve their power above all things approached the king with offerings. "To save your kingdom," said the first, "I offer 1,000 men and 1,000 sons, who will shed their last drop of blood to defend this kingdom and you." The second one approached. "To save your kingdom, he said, I offer the sacrifice of 1,000 animals to the goddess. We will paint the gates of the kingdom with their entrails and thus instill fear in our enemies." That sounds kinda like a bad idea. And after listening to the nobles who were gradually shaping the new world, a witch approached the king with another offering. "To save your kingdom," she said, "I give you a single white rose that will stick in your heart. White and gentle in the calm, red and lacering in the storm, it will rip from you a tear for every fallen man, and from each one will be born a rose seed that you will plant in your garden. Do this, and you will be the most worthy king of all. Do this, and you will save your kingdom." Ooh. Honestly, that witch probably isn't all that wrong. Forcing the king to be extremely empathetic and care about his people, huh? I never tire of reading this fable. Alrighty, sorry, Argus, but I have not seen your history book yet. I have only found this philosophy book. I shall see if I can find it elsewhere. Ah, no, it's more zoomed out, I see. A cat. A cat. Cat. Where do I get to the cat? Hello? To think that every kingdom is celebrating a birthday today? Every kingdom? What? Truly? There's a little maze down below. But first of all, the most important thing, cat.
Yeah. Are you staying with me for a little bit?
No. I would pet you if I were allowed to. But let's see. That boy is tiny. He does look kinda like one of the love interests, though a younger version of him. You seem lively this morning.
No, I mean, happy birthday, princess.
Thank you, Chrono. The kid smiled slightly in an attempt to conceal his nervousness. Chrono's grandmother served my family as the oracle for 3 generations. He's been instructed since very young to become my squire, though he's still a child. So, training even on a day of celebrations?
Of course. If I want to become a proper squire for my princess, I cannot neglect even a single day of training.
He takes it really seriously. Do your best then.
Thank you, princess. Princess, it is said that the terrors who raise our lands grow more numerous by the day. It is rumored that there will be soon war. And I fear that you might march into battle without me, for I might be regarded too young or considered too unprepared.
Chrono, why don't you show me your progress?
Oh, you wish to train with me, princess? Are there no other matters you should tend to first?
Give me just a second.
I shall be right here.
Alrighty, let's explore the labyrinth real quick. So this really seems to be in the past. Is that where he lost his freaking history book? Jeez. Quite a way far out, huh? But I shall get to it soon enough. I do like labyrinths. On the other side there's also a labyrinth, huh? I shall first explore the right side, though. Oh, a lake. This game sure is pretty. No, what is this? A little garden? Little house? Excuse me? This is the house of the Christarius Oracle. I shouldn't disturb her, nor should I break her concentration in any way. I see. I see. Nope, they do not want to say anything either. This path leads to the stables, not my favorite smell. I see. Hi. You guys do not want to talk to me either, I see. Oh, more cat.
Yeah, Mikan, fun!
Oh, now it's zoomed in again. That's probably where it ends. I've never crossed these gates. I can only imagine the world beyond. Soldiers are training here. And they do not have time for me, obviously. The library was here to the right. Hi. Yes, I have your book.
You found it, thank you very much.
I meant to wait until evening to give you your present, but please take these. They are to be treasured. I've kept them safe until now. Old silver coin. They don't look like a normal currency. What are they? These coins were used during the reign of the first king. Aren't they fascinating? Moreover, there are 5 justing coins, just like in the fable of the beggar who gave 4 of his 5 coins to orphans. Chance, synchronicity, serendipity. The librarian looks excited. Even if they can no longer be used as currency, I believe they hold value among collectors. I see, I shall take good care of them. Yes. Yes, let's train. Oh, those are really nice animations. In addition to your normal attack, you will gain different skills. Some skills require TP, tactical points. Your TP bar will refill when attacking or taking damage. Presterian dance, huh? Alrighty. Then attack normally. Alrighty. When a princess performs a normal attack, you can chain a second attack by pressing OK, the confirm interaction key at the right moment. To achieve this, press OK when a prince's sword hits the ground. As shown in the image, don't press too early or too late. I see. Ah! Yay, I managed! This little twerp isn't bad at all. Now let's try Rex Impera. I can't double that one though. I didn't succeed this time. I can do another Crysterian dance though. Sorry, kid. But well, this was just training, so... Well thought, Chrono. Thank you, Princess. I shall practice harder. Princess, I bring a message from Professor Solomon. Ahem. I applaud you for not neglecting your training even on the day of celebrations, but let us not forget that cultivating your mind is equally important. Well, time for my daily lessons. I mean, sure, why not invite Chrono? Chrono, why don't you accompany me for today's lessons? May I? Of course, as the professor once said, a literate squire is worth 2 men. I am really thankful. Come, let's go to the library.
Well, I would like today's lesson to be a revision. This way we can also assess young Chrono's knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at this map.
Ah, I see. Chrysteria is on the left. So there are also 3 other countries on this continent.
What would you like to review, Princess?
I suppose continent of Harmonia?
Our continent receives its name from the goddess Harmonia, maker of all things. Our oldest manuscripts detail how the goddess was responsible for splitting the world into 4 kingdoms and selecting the first kings.
Ah, so it's not just a continent, but the entire world? What's beyond Harmonia?
The continent of Harmonia is surrounded by the sea, upon which Fig Fog sits, and from which no ship has ever returned.
Ay. The fog swallows ships as if it were alive.
That's indeed a curious theory, young Chrono, but yes, for simplicity's sake, we can say that this fog swallows ship's whole. Following several fruitless attempts at crossing it, the old monarchs concluded that beyond our borders, there's simply nothing.
We are the only ones who exist in this world?
That's the general consensus. The goddess created this continent and all who dwell on it, nothing more, nothing less.
Could also simply be that it's too dangerous outside. Maybe there's some really nasty sea monsters out there. What do you personally believe?
My only belief is that any personal conjecture regarding this matter will be lacking in proof, and therefore in relevance.
Have there been any wars between the kingdoms?
There have been no documented wars in the 400 years known history. The kingdoms have been allies at best and at worst neutral.
The armies of the kingdoms only march against terrorists, do they not?
Not just terrorists, they also keep bandits and similar factions at bay. Sometimes human beings can be just as predatory.
Alright. Then the four kingdoms.
Our kingdom, Chrysteria, is located here at the western end of the continent. Under the rule of King Alexander the Chrysteria, our economy thrives, with a legendary fortress playing no small part in our enviable status. Furthermore, it could be said that we are also in possession of the largest army throughout the entirety of the four kingdoms.
Is it true that there are no longer any dragons left?
I understand your enthusiasm for such mythical creatures, but if they still existed, there's a good chance that we've been exterminated by now.
So I suppose we haven't exactly been nice to them, huh?
Our most direct frontier connects us to Fortuna, also called the Kingdom of Flowers, ruled by King Midas de Fortuna. This kingdom is especially famous for producing the finest and most beautiful fabrics that can be found within the entire continent. Furthermore, its king is on very good terms with your father and has visited us on several occasions. I suppose you remember meeting Princess Megarena.
She was such a cheeky girl. She came boasting about the beauty of her own gardens, claiming ours were tasteless. Can you believe that? On top of that, she enjoys pestering Chrono. If it looked like we got along better in the end, it was only because I taught her how to show some respect, nothing more.
Well, there were simply childish grievances, nothing of any real importance. You were quite young. Anyway, back to the lesson. The next kingdom is located to the north, the Holy Kingdom of Leticia, ruled by King Zephyr from Leticia. It is strong and prosperous, with considerable military might, almost formidable as our own. Direct access is limited by the mountains of Pallas, home of the Ashen. Regardless, the two nations engage in active trade with one another through Fortuna and maritime roads. Due to a deal brokered with the neighboring Kingdom of Somnia, they conduct a vast operation of mining activities on their lands. They then sell the resulting precious metals to us in Chrysteria, metals which are unique to the entire continent. I shall also add that their princess, Alecto, is receiving an arduous military training. In the future, she's expected to occupy a high position in the army, just like you.
I'm all too eager for it. From as far back as my earliest memories, I've been instructed, trained, and taught all there is to know about combat. I'm more than ready for battle. How hungry I am to taste their glory, the kind only ever written in storybooks, the kind only worthy of the bravest soldiers. Oh, that's a very interesting crest.
In the frigid lands to the east lies the fourth kingdom, Somnia, ruled by King Nestor is Somnia. Somnia is the region most affected by terrors, so much that over half of it currently lies in ruins. The other half survives only thanks to Leticia's protection, in exchange for allowing them to mine Somnia's rare metals from their own lands. There's a great deal of concern about the future of this kingdom.
You once told me that Somnia's princess has never left her castle, just like me.
That is correct, princess. Tisiphone rarely shows herself. Due to the delicate situation with the terrors, some sovereigns have decided to protect their princesses to the fullest. Somnia's more than any other. I trust you know why it is so important to protect you.
I mean, yeah. It is said that the 4 princesses were born on the same day, under the same circumstances. Not one of the 4 queens survived the labor. Whoa, that kinda sounds like a curse. Chrono averts his gaze down to the ground in a respectful manner. For this reason, it is believed that the princesses are the goddess's messengers, sent as the answer to all of the misfortunes devastating the land.
That is correct. Such incredible and improbable incidents cannot be explained without considering the possibility of divine intervention.
But are we really certain this is what is expected from us? So far there haven't been any other signs.
You are still young, just a child in the eyes of the world. Only time shall reveal the goddess's plans and thus your destiny.
Time. I feel that time is somehow escaping from me, slipping between my fingers. My gaze meets Chronos for a moment. He seems very serious. I don't know what it is, but today he's looking at me strangely. I draw out the thought and glance back to the map, strewn across the table's surface. Then the terrace. What is this threat actually?
It was a few years before you were born, when we received blood-curdling news from Somnium. When the sun rose that day, a small village had been completely decimated, devoured by a horde of monstrous fiends unlike any ever seen before.
Chronos swallows thickly, impressed by the story.
Soon, their menace extended throughout to other kingdoms, forcing them to strengthen and consolidate their armies.
I have never seen a terror. From this castle, they sound more like creatures of legend than reality.
This castle is the safest place in the whole kingdom. We are undoubtedly privileged to live here. But terrors are very real, I can guarantee you that.
Have you seen any yourself?
Yes, I have, and let me tell you, it's not something you can easily forget.
Do they look like how they're drawn in books?
The depictions portrayed in books are quite reliable, yes. But someday you will realize that reality is far more terrifying than what you merely see on paper.
The professor adjusts his glasses, appearing as if he needs to distract himself from thought.
In any case, Princess, you are much braver than I, stronger too, in fact. When the day comes that your father considers you ready for battle, I have no doubt that you shall be perfectly prepared to face them. The same applies to you, young Chrono. If you keep training diligently, you shall become a magnificent terror killer.
Yes, sir. I take a moment to observe the sketch of the monster in the book, as I have many times before. I began to recall the gravely injured soldier at the castle's gates. His shoulder dripped and his face shaken. Father didn't want me to look, but I did. Since then, I haven't forgotten. Do we know where they come from?
I'm afraid the question remains unanswered. Some believe that it was the fog from which they emerged, but we are uncertain if there are lands beyond it. No foreign ships have ever been spotted. Others say the terrorists crawled from the ground itself, as if our continent was sick, or subject to some powerful matter of witchcraft. We cannot even ask the terrorists themselves, for they lack the capacity for speech. The only thing we know for certain is that we know nothing.
That is not much. Alrighty, then we are done.
Very well, Princess, young Chrono. Now we'll be all for today.
Thank you for having me. I've learned quite a lot. Thank you for the lessons, Professor. Will I see you at the banquet?
I shall show up, of course. The birthday of the 4 princesses is an event that concerns the whole continent. I shall count myself no exception.
Until this evening, then. Alrighty. But what shall we do now?
Tomorrow we shall review the names of every mountain on the continent. Be prepared.
Geography is rather important. Okay. What shall we do now? Ah, cutscene.
Princess, I'm taking my leave. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome, Chrono.
But before I go, I have a request.
What is it?
It's about my grandmother. She said that she would like to see you today before dusk to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, so I've had permission to visit?
Yes, she's eagerly expecting you. And besides, she seems a bit stressed these days. Perhaps you could cheer her up.
Understood. It shall be an honor to visit the Oracle.
Thank you, Princess. Remember that my house is the one by the lake to the east.
I have already looked at it. Maybe the Oracle has some super terrible news for us. Wouldn't be the first in this type of game and setting. There definitely is something up with the princesses, though. By the way, what will you be wearing for the banquet, by the way? You're not gonna show up looking like this, are you? Knock on the door. A woman's voice can be heard from inside, warm and cracked by age.
Princess, please come in. Please come closer and let these tired eyes take a good look at you. I'm sure you look beautiful today.
Ui, ui, ui. Hello? I walk closer, thankful for the privilege of being in her presence. As the Oracle, and one whom has served the crown for several generations, it is her duty to live isolated, away from all possible interruptions. Only her grandson Chrono and my father, the king, are permitted daily contact with her. For the rest of us, it's usually forbidden. That must be pretty lonely. Her presence is so comforting that I regret not being able to visit her more often. It is an honor for me to be welcomed into your home, Oracle.
Oh, sweet child, in such dark times your presence brings much joy to this old woman's heart.
Dark times? I don't understand. Have you perhaps seen any misfortune in your visions?
I wish I could share them with you, little one, but you know that such things are forbidden. Only His Majesty may consult with me regarding my visions, and yet the king has grown deaf ever since that woman has come to sit by his side. I have tried to warn him, but he does not listen. He does not listen.
I shall speak to him. I will let him know that he must visit you with haste.
Oh, sweet child. Though you're no longer much of a child now, are you? How old did you say you turned today?
I smile weakly. It seems 13.
Oh, but it does not seem like it at all, young one. Why are you simply lying to yourself?
A strange feeling nestles inside my chest upon hearing that.
Only the blind and foolish would believe that you are 13 years old. However, it would seem that you have just reached your 20s.
I thought the same, but no one seemed to realize that I was no longer a child. I ended up thinking that somehow it was all just in my head.
No one. Nonsense. I assure you that Chrono has noticed too. I saw the look in his eyes as he spoke of you. There was something fearful in them.
This makes no sense. I feel as though my head will explode if I keep thinking about this.
You should rest for today, young one. You don't look well.
I can't. Your visions. The banquet.
What banquet?
Tonight's for my birthday.
I shall ask again, what banquet are you speaking of?
What? I'm trying to think, but I can't remember any banquet. I don't understand. My head. Were you in some kind of dream? Princess. Princess Aranis. Suddenly I find myself before the corridor that leads to the Great Hall. I guess I spaced out?
His Highness wishes to speak with you. You may enter.
Like a puppet whose strings are being guided by unseen hands, I pass through the corridor without a sound until I eventually find myself within the Great Hall itself.
Ui ui ui.
As always, the maps in this game are very pretty. Father's alone. Where's the woman who accompanies him these days? My hat.
Your father does look quite good. She has the same red hair.
Aranis, my dear daughter, with every day that passes you step further away from the sweet nectar of childhood. Look at you, you're a young woman now.
Father. I stopped being a child long ago.
Time flies, Aranis, but in the eyes of the goddess and fate, luckily, you are still a child. No, I surmise you came with questions, echoes of a whole kingdom for rumors spread like wildfire.
Father, the oracle's worried. She laments that you no longer hear her voice.
Oh, my dear Aranis, I have heard many things in recent days, far too many.
What is happening, Father? You sit a witch at your side and gather your generals. The corridors are filled with whispers that speak of war.
And those whispers hold weight to them. I have begun preparations to declare war on Fortuna.
Why? Fortuna? Isn't their king a good friend of yours?
He is, always has been. I shall ensure that his life is spared, even if he despises me for the rest of it. No, I beg you, please do not ask further questions. You are far too young to be learning of the bitter realities of this world.
But, Father...
Aranis, all these years I have tried to be a good king, the best for my people. And yet, in the darkest hour, I found myself to be a tyrant, a selfish and cowardly man.
I mean, you can always not be that. I don't quite understand you, sir, good sir. Shouldn't you, like, ally yourself with the other kingdoms to fight against the terrors, who are the actual threat?
Father's normally firm and resolute voice seems to waver as he speaks.
I know the legacy I leave you will be hard, my daughter, and you cannot imagine how sorry I am. You cannot imagine what I'm capable of doing for you. The time will also come for you to measure your worth, Aranis. Be better than me, more just and worthy. May you then realize how much I...
Father! Hearken unto me, thou who gazed upon the world with brazen pride, and a mere mortal deemed thyself higher than the divine weaving. From thy grasp I shall wrest the suns and moons, no longer shall the stars shine for thee. But the twilight of a kingdom is tender and serene, akin to the sweetest demise. For such is the benevolence and depth of mine affection.
Probably the goddess speaking, huh?
Princess, it's been a long day. Denise? My voice is weak, eyelids heavy. Good night, Princess. I am so tired that I can't even begin to think. The sheets welcome me like a mother's embrace, and I just... Good night, Princess. The twilight of a kingdom is tender and serene, akin to a sweetest demise. And as I lay on my bed asleep, and perhaps even lifeless, here's someone watching me. Silent and forgotten, a ghost amidst the shadows. Princess, wake up! By the goddess Grace, your kingdom has awakened, and so must you. Everything starts with Denise's voice. Dawn descends upon the kingdom, and I wake up in my bedroom a little disoriented. I suppose she's probably trapped in something. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, Princess Eneris. You're looking well. Surely you must be away. Today is a very special day. A special day? Of course, today is your 13th birthday. Had you forgotten? Again? Did I not turn 15 quite a few years ago? Look at me, I don't think I'm... What nonsense are you uttering now? No more dawdling. Pick out one of your best dresses. His Majesty awaits. Oh, you always do say you prefer getting dressed on your own, but if you need any help... No, I'm fine. Very well, in that case, I shall take my leave and help with the preparations for tonight's banquet. It's not every day that a princess has a birthday. And don't forget to pay your father a visit when you're ready. I will. Phew, peace at last. Denise has tended to me for as long as I can remember. I hold her in very high regard, but sometimes she can be a bit tiresome. A banquet, huh? The idea somehow sounds rather odd to me. Alrighty. How can we break out of this? Find a way. Yeah, we still have the potions and the old silver coins. Let's look for differences. Without warning, someone grabs me from behind. Who the hell are you? Where did you come from?
Do not fret, my princess, I have a message for you.
What? Who are you?
An intruder? The only piece that doesn't seem to fit in your puzzlingly perfect world.
Words are whispered against my ear. I can't see his face, but I can hear the smirk in his voice. My heart begins to race, mind alert. You're not touching her like this. Quickly, I take one of his wrists and thrust it hard, using the opportunity to immediately whip around to face him. He moves away, wrestling himself from my grasp. He soon throws me a shadowed smirk, a hand clutching the wrist I twisted.
Well, aren't you feisty?
Be thankful that I haven't called the gods yet. Speak now, say your piece and I'll listen, but know you are not to lay your hands on me again. The stranger straightens tall before me, completely devoid of fear. His smile doesn't waver.
You're trapped, princess. This castle is your prison. You cannot leave it, nor can you leave today behind. Every day lived is merely an echo, an endless loop fated to repeat. Then again, I'm sure it's quite intoxicating. You are very much loved and respected here, are you not?
Every word vibrates in the recesses of my soul. Despite their sting, I cannot help but feel there is truth to them. I began to feel sick. A powerful headache overwhelms me whenever I think about it, but I don't want to stop thinking. I don't. What do you even know about this castle, or about me? My head, damn it.
I know everything you do not.
He speaks with a hushed voice, the sound low and close. How strange, I can't recall anyone ever sounding like this.
And it's my wish to show you, but it cannot be here now. Time is running out.
When? Pleased with my impatience, his smile seems to stretch wide with amusement.
I shall find you after today's lessons. Be patient, my princess.
With that, he steps back once more. Suddenly it feels like if the world had turned upside down. Everything spins in front of my eyes. Everything. My bedroom, my castle, my guns, my squire, my teacher, my father. I feel myself falling for what seems like an eternity, until a pair of strong arms catch me.
Princess, are you alright?
Yes, I'm alright, thank you.
If you're certain.
Yes, no need to worry. You may return to your post. Why did I stop in the middle of the corridor? I guess I spaced out.
Ui. Immediately erased from memory, huh? He is so baby.
You seem lively this morning. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. You're a terrible liar, did you know that? I don't mean to lie, it's just, it really is nothing. Alright. Kronos' grandmother served my family as the oracle for 3 generations. He's been instructed since very young to become my squire, though he's still a child.
But yeah, this seems to be the same dialogue again. Let's begin. You've got a new skill. Some skills have a cooldown and you have to wait a few turns before using them again. I see. Let's first just attack. Oh, missed. Yeah. And Crystarian Dance. Oh, Invincium. Increased dodge by plus 50% for 1 turn. And attack by 20% for 3 turns. Ooh. Yeah, I suppose, why not? And Rex Imperia. Ooh. Yeah, with this skill, this definitely went faster now. And we are level 2 now. Might as well keep inviting Chrono. Oh, this time I can ask something else. The Ashen.
Legends tell that at the dawn of time, the goddess presented the first kings with unusual creatures. The gift Crystarian received was one of the imposing winged beasts with claws like swords and breath of fire.
Dragons!
That's right, dragons, guardians of Chrystaria. Or so it should have been. Unfortunately, the pride and ambition of these creatures led them to revolt, as they wanted to make this land their own. It is said, not even the terrorists have carried out massacres as bloody as those our kingdoms experienced back then.
Cronus swallows.
Seeing this, the goddess intercepted on our behalf with a severe punishment. She stripped the dragons of their wings and strength, turning them into humans like once they had so despised. And banished them to a place that was named the Mountains of Palace, where they still live, oblivious to the rest of the world. These humans who were once dragons are today known as the Ashen.
What about the dragon that the king rode?
Nephil, who had fought for Chrystaria alongside the king, was the only dragon who did not receive the wrath of the goddess. He was the last of his kind. Such was their bond that, according to legends, his heart stopped when the king's did.
What kind of commendable sense of loyalty?
Will the Ashen ever be a threat?
I see it as unlikely. They have lived secluded in the mountains for centuries and only emerged to trade on rare occasions. I should add that they are the responsibility of Chrystaria and are under the kingdom's protection. If they were attacked, Chrystaria would intervene, just as if it were to provoke any sort of conflict.
What happened to the creatures of the other kingdoms?
Nothing is known about them. The popular belief is that they decided to go into hiding, petrified by the punishment of the dragons. They may have become extinct.
Kinda sad. Well, we got new info. Alrighty, I suppose you will probably intercept on the way of to the granny. Oh yeah, I hope he does help, because doing the same day over and over again would drive anyone mad. Though at least Uranus doesn't exactly seem to remember. Which makes it, of course, harder for her to break free on her own.
Such a magnificent castle. There's an air of childish whimsy and a lack of worry and concern, wouldn't you agree?
Oh,
have you forgotten me so soon, princess, after such a magical encounter in the morning?
I wince as I feel sharp pain inside my head. It feels as if invisible knives are being relentlessly driven into my skull. When I eventually open my eyes once more, his face starts to look familiar. I remember you.
I promised that I would return for you, and here I am.
It's a cursed headache again, clouding my judgment. I want answers. Start by telling me who you are.
My name is Seneca. I am the humble messenger who managed to sneak into your castle. With a lot of difficulty, I might add.
A messenger of whom?
Of the person who can break the curse that weighs down upon your kingdom, if you are willing to do what is necessary to do so, that is.
My kingdom cursed? I don't understand. Whenever I try to think about it, my head... Why do I suddenly have such a heavy feeling in my heart?
You're a prisoner in your own realm, princess. As long as you remain here, you'll be unable to see or think clearly. But just by speaking of such things, I've already inflicted grave pain upon you. The more I say now, the more you will suffer, and the less you will understand.
I don't care. I want to hear it. My voice raises in anger, as if doing so could somehow take the anguish away. He, however, remains calm.
Come with me.
Seneca holds out his hand towards the princess.
Come inside my domain, where my mistress awaits. She can lift the veil clouding your mind and elevate your pain. Just for tonight, hear the truth spoken from her lips. Then you may freely decide if you wish to confront reality, or resign yourself to this everlasting cycle, to living and reliving your 13th birthday time and time again in ignorant bliss.
I mean, I want out of this loop too, so I'll trust him. Get me out of here. Perhaps I should be more cautious. Perhaps I should doubt him more than I do. But something feels wrong within me. It has felt that way for an eternity. What if my kingdom is truly cursed? I am Criterius. I am Crysteria's princess, and my kingdom means everything to me. I take his hand in acceptance, and suddenly a strange sensation washes over me. I can't quite describe it. As if it's like waking up. He smiles and fawns his fingers around mine. His voice lowers from the closeness. It's soft and more intimate.
Are you afraid?
Well, of course. I answer, looking into his eyes with determination. I'm not ashamed to admit the obvious. And as I do so, for a split second, I swear his smile falters and his face reflects something else. However, he's quick to dismiss it. His tone is kind when he speaks once more.
I would be as well, probably. I must let you know that the outside world is just as dangerous as you've been told. You will need a weapon before we depart. Be quick about it. I shall be waiting near the main gate for you.
Understood. I will find a weapon and go to the gate.
Oh, and just one more thing.
Seneca lets go of the princess's hand.
You will have a tendency to forget. I eased the effect when I held your hand, but you may forget me again if you're not careful. So keep repeating my name. Try to remember.
Alright. Seneca. Alright. There are plenty of weapons around, but are they the one HTM? I suppose I can see if I can take one of these. With those guards over there, I won't be able to steal any of the training weapons without looking suspicious. I'll have to search elsewhere. Alright, there is a place with no guards and weapons. Seneca. Great sword! Alright, I found a weapon. Now to find Seneca near the main gate. Okay, you do not want the spear, I see, I see. Princess, why are you carrying such a weapon through the corridors? It's forbidden. I'm going to the gardens to train. Oh, does the training square not have weapons for use? Answer calmly. The soldiers are currently training, so there were no weapons left for me to take. I see. Please excuse me, Princess, but this is quite unusual. Understand that I must inform your father about this. What's the problem? Cannot involve my father? You would never let me leave the castle. Alright, I shall return the weapon. There's no need to bother the king over such matters. I'm not giving up on this weapon. I shall try again. Alrighty, apparently I need to answer sternly. I've graced you with an answer, yet you insist on wasting my time, questioning me as though I was some common thief? I didn't mean... Explain something to me, maid. Do you believe that your princess owns you any kind of explanation on what she does? Oh man. Essentially telling her to fuck off. No, of course not. Then go back to your duties, or will I have to inform my father that the maid is overstepping her boundaries? Yes, Princess, I'm sorry. Well, that did the trick. You're kinda bad about it, but, well... Why does everyone keep getting into my business today?
Princess, may I ask about the weapon you are carrying? You know the king's law, only he and the royal guard are permitted to carry them inside the castle.
I'm taking it back to where I got it from. The gardens. You may watch as I leave through the front door for reassurance if you must.
I see. In that case, I beg you to not bring it inside the castle again. We must follow the king's law.
It shall not happen again. Well, that did the trick. Alright, everyone leave me alone. I want to leave. I've made it out of the castle, now I must head for the gates. And the gates are through here. Ah, there he is.
You found a weapon. Excellent. Now don't just drag it behind you like a misbehaving child. You do know how to use one of these, don't you?
Press escape to open the menu screen and equip the weapon. Alrighty, da-da-da. Let's equip the greatsword. I do really have nothing else. Oh man. Alrighty.
I see that you're ready. Let's get to the main gate.
How about you? Do you have a weapon?
I guess you've You've been wondering, so allow me to confirm that I am a magician.
As I thought. You should know that magic is forbidden in Christaria.
In all of Harmonia, really, but this won't be the first law you'll be breaking today. My magic is at your service, princess. Use it to achieve your ends.
Yay! Seneca uses elemental and healing magic. His spells consume MP, which can be recovered by performing a normal attack. Some enemies have elemental strength and weaknesses. This means that attacks from certain elements may do more or less damage than usual. Weaknesses will appear as a question mark and will only be revealed when the enemy is attacked by their element. I see. Uh-oh. Before the main gate stand several soldiers barring our passage, but why? Has someone raised the alarm?
Princess Eneris, you know better than anyone that it is forbidden to cross the gates.
Open them, it's an order.
I'm afraid it won't be possible. This is a direct order from the king himself.
There's no higher authority than my father, not even I could disobey.
Princess, for your own safety, I beg you to stay away from this intruder and return to the castle.
The guards are determined. Gripping their weapons tightly, they won't let us through. Honestly, can we take on 5 guards? I suppose we can try. Amita stares with defiant eyes as the unthinkable starts taking shape in my mind. How far am I willing to go to obtain what I desire? I mean, I kinda doubt that any of these people are actually real. I mean, they probably were or are real in the real world, but this is not the real world. Almost without realizing it, my hand hovers towards the hilt of my sword.
Princess!
I shall cross through those gates no matter what it takes. Ay, this has got 5 of them, that's gonna be difficult. The princess has unlocked a new skill set, Authority. Authority skills can boost the power of allies. When the enemy is about to execute a normal attack, Yellow Flash, you can block 50% of the damage if you press OK at the right moment during the flash. Oi. Honestly, I probably won't be able to deal with 5 of them at the same time. So let's boost Seneca's abilities and then see what he can do. Ignis, I see. Arcanus, heal, transfer, medication. Oh yeah, I wasted a little bit of MP, huh? Oh man. We are not getting out of here alive, man, friends. This will be difficult. Ay. I fear Seneca will have to heal himself. At least I managed to negate some of the damage. Hui! We actually managed to get one down. I should be able to survive a next turn. So let's try some magic. Oh man. Youch. Alrighty. Oh no, I missed it. Man. Ay. But well, I do have Rex Impera. I can use it at again. I can't do anything with Seneca's TP yet. Oi. Let's get rid of this guy real fast. And yeah. The princess needs to be healed. Man, oh man. It's nice that it does so much damage, but phew. Ooh! Alrighty, I see now. I see. Should I bet on it? Ah, no. Yeah, then it would be better to heal. Ay. Ah, and now I don't have enough, man. Then normal attacking it is. And Riz is learning low. I definitely could have gotten out of this more smoothly. Be gone, please. Phew. Let's see if we can hold out. Alrighty. Be gone, please. Phew. This was not an easy battle. Drops of resurrection, nice. Oh man. Feel kinda bad. The overbearing silence that follows drowns out everything but the sound of my own panting. The air has turned ice cold. Who would have guessed that you would have it in you to raise a sword against your own subjects? This is the first time you've taken another life, isn't it? Seneca's voice pulls me out of my trance, and it's then I realize my loyal soldiers lie all around me, fatally wounded by my hands. I am not proud of this. Though I doubt that there actually are people. I wish I'd been given a choice. No need to despair, princess. Sometimes we must be willing to do the unthinkable for a greater good. Take a look now. I raise my eyes to the gates to find them wide open. Beyond them I cannot discern anything but shadows. The sight is so daunting that it takes my breath away. Is this the world beyond my castle? This is the end of childhood, princess. What is this forest? It wasn't visible from the castle walls.
Keep moving forward. We should soon come across an old cottage hidden away in the woods.
Alrighty. Don't mind me as I save. Alrighty then. This is a very good place to stop, and next time we shall see what lies beyond the castle walls properly. So, until then, bye bye!